The Young and the Restless episode airing on Monday, October 20, 2025, will be filled with emotional tension, social chaos, and the first sparks of a revenge plot that could turn Genoa City upside down. Everything that happens during this episode sets the tone for the week ahead: betrayal, jealousy, and dangerous temptations. The day begins with Nate Hastings finding himself surprised by an unexpected invitation. After weeks of uncertainty about his future, both professionally and romantically, Nate receives a message that catches him completely off guard. The invitation could easily come from Victoria Newman, who has been conflicted about her lingering feelings for him. Ever since their romantic and business fallout, Victoria's emotions have been a confusing mix of resentment, longing, and pride. She knows Nate betrayed her trust in the corporate sense, but part of her still sees him as someone who challenged her emotionally in a way few men ever have. If Victoria is indeed the one extending the invitation, it might be her way of testing the waters. Not quite forgiveness but curiosity. She could be wondering whether Nate has truly learned from his mistakes, or whether his ambition still outweighs his loyalty. There's also the chance that this invitation is connected to Danny Romolotti's bachelor party, a major event happening that same week. Perhaps Nate's invitation comes as a surprise from another character who wants to rebuild bridges or stir the social pot. Whatever the reason, Nate's unexpected invite sets up intrigue. His decision, whether to accept or decline, could have consequences. If he reconnects with Victoria, it could reopen old wounds or reignite forbidden chemistry. But if the invitation has another motive behind it, Nate may soon find himself caught in someone else's scheme without realizing it. As the day progresses, the focus shifts to the most chaotic event of the night: Christine Blair's bachelorette party. The party starts as a joyful celebration, with her friends and colleagues gathering to honor her before she marries Danny Romolotti. Christine, radiant and excited, wants nothing more than a peaceful night filled with laughter, nostalgia, and love. But peace in Genoa City rarely lasts long. Out of nowhere, Phyllis Summers shows up uninvited. Her entrance stops the room cold. Every eye turns toward her as she steps into the party with her trademark confidence and a thin, defiant smile. The tension is palpable. Christine's expression hardens, knowing instantly that Phyllis's appearance can only mean trouble. Lauren Fenmore and Danny both try to defuse the situation, but Phyllis refuses to back down. Phyllis insists she came to make amends, claiming she just wanted to wish Christine well before the wedding. But her tone is layered, a mix of forced politeness and bitter sarcasm. Christine doesn't buy it for a second. Their long-standing rivalry resurfaces right there in front of everyone, reigniting memories of betrayal, jealousy, and heartbreak that neither woman has fully healed from. Lauren steps in to protect Christine, reminding Phyllis that this night is not about her. Danny, uncomfortable and caught in the middle, asks Phyllis to leave before things get worse. The room grows more tense as guests whisper, sensing the emotional explosion building under the surface. Finally, after a few more heated words, Phyllis is escorted out, furious, humiliated, and deeply hurt. That moment becomes the breaking point for Phyllis. She leaves the party feeling rejected and exposed. But instead of retreating quietly, she goes home seething, and her thoughts turn to revenge. Her pride and her wounded heart collide, and she starts plotting how to make Christine and Danny regret ever underestimating her. At first, her anger seems focused purely on Christine, the woman who stole Danny's heart yet again. But soon, Phyllis's vengeful thinking broadens. She starts considering every person who has made her feel small or dismissed recently. One of them is Kane Ashby, who recently confronted her over the AI software deal. Kane told Phyllis he would only share his technology if she could promise to use it ethically. That challenge may have triggered something dark in her, because Phyllis's pride can't stand the implication that she's not trustworthy. Now, with her emotions out of control, Phyllis may decide to weaponize Kane's software, twisting it into a tool for her own ends. Whether it's to spy, manipulate, or expose people, she could use it to cause serious chaos under the guise of justice. But her impulsive nature could end up making her the architect of her own destruction.